Capricorn, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-December 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Capricorns. We're getting very close to Capricorn season, my friends. I hope you're getting ready for your birthday. Let's get it going, my guides. Talk to me. What's up with my friends? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for the Cappies in mid-December. Please and thank you, my guides. What do we got going for my friends here? As we are getting close to the best time of year, one of the best times of year, right? Okay, so this is somebody in their mind in a very big way. If not you, this could easily be somebody else. And this is often an energy that I see a lot with water signs. So it's interesting that it's showing up for such a sturdy earth sign like Capricorn. So we'll talk about it in a moment. There's a lot of layers to it. Before we do, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the December subscriber surprise towards the end. So you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk a little bit about this card. I always find this imagery very interesting, and like I said, I often see this in water sign readings to lead off. It is very imaginative and daydreamy. So we see these two little clown ballerinas, right? And in my opinion, this one on the bottom, who looks like she's having herself a little nap, is daydreaming about walking that tightrope. So for some of you, maybe it's just a future focus. Maybe you're planning the coming days, weeks, months, years, however it fits for you, looking into the future and how it might shape up for you. But to me, this is a very dreamy, thought-based type of card. So to me, whenever it comes out, it's like, all right, someone's in their head about something. So whether it's somebody thinking about you quite a bit, maybe you're thinking about somebody else, or you just might have a lot on your mind. Now, I always say when this energy shows up, you can relieve it by expressing yourself creatively, because like I said, this is water sign energy to me, and they're very dreamy, imaginative people. So any expression or self-expression is highly favored. So whether it's writing, whether it's art, whatever way you could let that mental energy out so it doesn't just keep circling and brewing in your head. So let's just put that down right there. As I said, it could be very simple, right? You might just have a very active daydreaming mind in this time, or maybe somebody else around you does. But let's get into tarot here. And I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. Let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright to start. And we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. So what do we got, my guides? And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready, let's talk about last week's reading, because it was titled A Karmic Warning, and there were big karmic overtones and undertones to your reading. It was all over the place. Now, karma and karmic cycles, that's a very in-depth type of subject to really think about and analyze. It's generally big picture, and it can look at a whole lifetime. But the reason there was a karmic warning, it felt to me like Spirit was saying, hey, get ready. There's about to be a big shift for a lot of you. So if you have been going through shifts and cycles closing and opening, hopefully it hasn't been too rough on you. But let's see what we have for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone, so only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone that you're linked to. Let's get you 3 cards. Let's see what's happening here for my lovely Capricorns. Please, my guides, talk to me. What is going on with my friends? All right, the deck is being specific here, which isn't always a bad thing. I'll take a specific type of message when it comes along. Thank you. All right, someone has a lot of weight on their shoulders here, huh? With that 10 of Wands. It's a bit of a heavy energy for us to start with, but we'll make it work. We'll rock with it. We'll roll. Let's get a couple more, because that's where we're starting. That 10 of Wands is somebody carrying a lot of weight. All right, now we have some fire-air combination leading us off, so that explosive energy. Ace of Swords, which could be very good, and I did see that energy for you a couple weeks ago. So this can be nice. Let's see how it all plays out, though. All right, 9 of Wands, heavy fire energy here for you this week. So it's a little cumbersome. I will say that, Capricorn. Hopefully you're not having some cabin fever, or you feel like there's a lot of heavy energies affecting you. But let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. So at first glance, I look down here at the box. I notice, once again, elementally, we have fire on the extreme ends, we have air, and I always say, hey, when you mix fire and air, it could be explosive, it could be volatile, which can be good. It could be good for sparking things off or making change in your life, but at the same time, it is very unpredictable type of energy when you mix the two. So we'll just have to see what's up. Another interesting thing here is we have high number cards and low number. So we're seeing the cycles again. It's like beginning, end, beginning. It's like shifting, moving through. So let's work through it one by one and really start to piece this story together for you. Position number one, we have the 10 of Wands. Now, this card does have some positives to it. It's not just all negatives. You see the image of that person holding that big bundle of wands and just walking up a hill. So to me, this card, it can be a burden of some sort, whether it's a mental burden, an emotional burden, even a physical one. I always say when this card shows up, you really want to take care of yourself energetically. Make sure you're getting rest and recuperation. This card could show up when people are having health ailments and stuff like that. So whether it's like physical body things or just illness, like this is something to watch out for. Make sure you're recuperating when 10 of Wands energy is here. But emotionally, this could be someone you're connected to that has a heavy burden, weight of the world on their shoulders, something really difficult that they're working through. So there can be a warning, depending. We'll see how it all plays out. But the good thing about the 10 of Wands energy, to me at least, is that it represents a lot of determination, because although this person is carrying a heavy burden, they're continuing to push forward. They're continuing to go for their goals. So it could be slow, it could be a little monotonous, but we'll just have to see what's up with that. I also say specifically, watch out for areas on your body like your neck, back, and spine. You might need a good little massage or a rub down with this energy. Now, moving to the center, we have the Ace of Swords. Very different than what we're dealing with the fire. Now, all aces are opportunities, and they could represent offers as well. So as I said, a couple weeks ago, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, we had an offer showing up for you in a reading, and this could be it. Now, the thing with all aces, if you don't take that offer, if you don't take that opportunity, it can wither on the vine. But this card has a lot of differences to it. The Ace of Swords is the sword of truth. So mental clarity, honesty, seeing things for what they are, seeing things clearly. It's a very sharp wit as well. So right now, your mind state, we did see the mental activity. You could be seeing things very clearly for what they are, or that's something you could be longing for. In some cases, the Ace of Swords could represent cutting certain things out of your life, whether it's habits, behaviors, individuals. And it is a card of communication and speaking. So there could be talks happening here. Generally with the Ace of Swords, it's very straightforward, like not a lot of emotion attached. It's like, all right, it could be a talk of seriousness or importance. Now, when we move to the back end, interesting that we have a card of communication leading into this proverbial brick wall here with this 9 of Wands, the Wounded Warrior. This could represent somebody that's been through quite a bit, someone who's been through a lot. We see them there with the wall up here. So in regards to communication or possible communications, this could represent blocks, could represent miscommunications. It could be somebody that is very skeptical when this card shows up. It could be someone that's on guard, sometimes even possessive and stuff like that, but it's more of like a territorial, protective type of energy. So if you have those strong instincts, they could be heightened in this time. And there could easily be somebody that you're like shutting out, like not speaking to, or vice versa. Like just watch for the communication issues. But once again, the way this is all mixing, even though the extreme ends are like burdensome and cumbersome, with the fire air, very changeable. Like things could change like on a dime, on a whim here when we're looking at all these energies. So with that being said, I really want to dive deeper on all of it. Let's jump in and clarify. Pardon me. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for the Capricorns, my gods. Talk to me. What do we got for my friends? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that 10 of Wands here. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Capricorn, you drop it right down in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, let's go in on that 10. Let's see what's happening here for my friends. Why is the 10 of Wands here? I do kind of feel it in the undercurrent. Like, yeah, this energy is a little heavy, but it could change. It could, oh yeah, more fire, 3 of Wands. Okay, so a lot of you really might feel like there's a goal that is just within reach. Okay, that's for a portion of you. We have the Three of Wands in the upright, a card of manifesting, a card of creating. So I feel like this is a double-edged sword for some of you. If that's not you, it's someone you're connected to that is going through a very difficult time right now, whether it is through health or emotions. This is someone that, it's kind of like this Three of Wands is watching. It's like, I wish I could help. Sorry, but I can't help you with this one. You kind of have to do it on your own. That's an intuitive vibe I'm picking up as well. But for another portion of you, if you've been going through a struggle, if you've been going through a tough time, carrying a lot of weight, this Three of Wands tells me that something is just within reach. Okay, this is a card where, like a journey, it's like, okay, you almost have what you want. You're almost there. You're almost at the finish line. So for a lot of you, this could be very, very good energy. But once again, all the fire with the air mix, there's this volatile energy that things could change or move quickly. But yeah, interesting stuff here. We'll talk about it more during the recap. But yes, initially, yeah, there could be somebody going through a very difficult time. And I'm starting to feel there might be a couple more warnings in this week's reading. We'll see how it all plays out. If there is somebody you're connected to that's going through a difficult time, either you can't help them or you won't help them for whatever reason. Now, that's your prerogative. But let's just keep moving. For some of you, this could be very good, though. Like, the finish line is within sight. So I know two totally different messages, but just take what hits for you. Let's see what's happening with that Ace of Swords, though. And keep this moving. We're going to try not to get bogged down in each energy. So why is that Ace of Swords in the mix? For my lovely Capricorn friends, please. All right, the deck is being specific. And for any of you that are new here, I only read jumpers. Interesting. Seven of Cups in reverse. Okay. Yeah, this is somebody that is not confused about what they want, where they want to go. To me, it feels like somebody saying, let's be realistic about this. Okay. There could be certain situations you're going through, and with all the stuff we have surrounding it, now this Seven of Cups in reverse, yeah, for some of you, there could be an explosive situation or a warning to be had where, once again, I know I've said it and I will keep repeating it once again, although this energy seems bogged down, it could change on a dime. Like, it could change very quickly and very rapidly. So just know there's a little bit of tumultuousness. However, when I see the Ace of Swords with the Seven of Cups in reverse, it's like, okay, let's come back to reality here. Okay, because once again, similar to the energy we saw in the very beginning with the Oracle card, this is daydreaming. Yes, this could be a card of paths and options and choices, but this person is daydreaming. They're heading to clouds. So it's someone saying, all right, let's snap back to reality. Let's look at this situation, whatever it might be, whether it's explosive or otherwise. Let's look at it clearly and honestly, and let's look at it with logic. So for a portion of you, whatever it is you're going through, like looking at things in a logical sense might be the route. Okay, that's kind of the thing I'm picking up here in the center. Okay, volatile or not, using your sharp wit and logic will really help you progress through whatever situations you're going through. Now, of course, there's certain things, like let's say there are health things showing up that the best you could do is try to recover. But if there's situations where you have a hand in it, the logic is what will carry the day. That's the big thing I'm picking up here. For another portion of you, yeah, you know what you want as well. Okay, that's another message I'm picking up. Ace of Swords, Seven of Cups in reverse. It's like, yeah, I don't need all these options. I don't need all these paths. I know what I want. I know where I'm going. I know what makes me happy type of energy. So this could be someone that is like kind of set in their ways, but not in a bad way. Let's keep moving forward. I know I'm giving a whole bunch of different messages here, but that's just how they're presenting. That's just how they're coming through. So let's see what's up with that Nine of Wands. Then we shall do a quick recap before we get into the shadow card. So why is this Nine of Wands here? What could this possible blockage be here? Because remember, I did also say this could be a communication where it's like, all right, let's not think about it. Let's be about it. Let's talk. So there could be a blockage of some sort. So let's see why that Nine of Wands is here, please. Thank you. Quick. That one came out super quick. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Yeah, here's this thing changing on a dime. Walls falling down here. Okay, so whatever it is that may have been blocking you, or whatever roadblocks, problems, issues, situations you're dealing with, the Wheel of Fortune in the upright is a very good thing. Now, I'm getting several different messages here. And once again, I did say there was like an explosive warning within this spread a couple of different times, because I feel like everything here is very malleable. Even though like it seems a little standoffish, whatever things or situations you're going through are very changeable, very much changeable. And even if you don't put a lot of effort in, things could be changing without a lot of effort. And that's what the wheel kind of represents: sudden shift, sudden change. Now, it is a karmic card, just like the energy we saw last week. But whenever I see the Wheel of Fortune, it's my good luck charm. It's my 4-leaf clover. So under a card like this, 9 of Wands, either your luck is about to change in a very big way, or that could be somebody waiting on that. Like, okay, I'm going to pick my spots here. Like, I'm going to pick my spots here. I'm going to use my logic. I'm going to wait for things to brighten up. Then I might make my move. But once again, I feel like it could be a change, a sudden change, or an explosive change coming in for a lot of you, because it's all over the place here within the reading. Okay, and it's interesting how it all plays together. It really is. I wish you could feel the same energy as I'm feeling off this spread. But let's go through and do a quick recap. I do think things will change in your benefit, that's for sure. But let's go piece by piece, then we'll get into a quick shadow card for you. If you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we do have the 10 of Wands with the 3 of Wands in the upright. That was giving me some very interesting messages. One, if there's someone around you going through a struggle or dealing with problems, it might be one of those types of situations where it's like, all right, well, this is a problem. Like, you got into it yourself. You're going to have to figure it out by yourself. There's not much I can do to help you, or you might not want to help for whatever reason. That's your own situation. Another thing I was picking up as well, if you've been going through a struggle of some sort, it could be really nearing its end. It's like, I could see the finish line. It's almost there. I'm almost there. And we kind of pick that up as we get to the middle. We have the Ace of Swords with the 7 of Cups in reverse. So using logic could be a very important way to get through any situations you're going through, volatile or explosive or otherwise. But it feels good. Someone saying, let's snap back to reality here. Let's use our minds to think our way out of this. This could also be someone that, hey, they know what makes them happy, right? They know what they want. They don't need a ton of options. They know which ones they want to go for. And it's like, okay, I'm kind of set in my ways, but in a good way. Moving to the back end, we have the 9 of Wands with the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. And as I've been saying, things could be prone to change very quickly, whether it's suddenly, whether it's explosive change and all that stuff. Like I've been saying, the wheel tells us like, hey, these walls could come down very quickly. So be ready for it. Whether you're you could be going through whatever situations, whether they're financial, health, relationships. It all applies here because the energy is very malleable. Okay, and I would say that's a good thing. So please take a screenshot, Capricorn. Let's see what's in the shadows for you. All right. And yeah, we'll see what's in the shadows for Capricorn, my guides. And yes, I always like to pull a shadow card at the very end, just because I feel like it's a nice little cherry on top, just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. It doesn't always have to be a challenge. Sometimes the shadow card is very good. Let's see what's in the shadows. And yeah, while we get this card out, if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it down in the comments below. There's several tiers to choose from, and it's a beautiful way to support the channel, but no pressure. Let's get you a shadow card here. What is in the shadows for my friends? Not going to spend a lot of time on this. Okay, 8 of Cups. Ooh, walking away from something here, huh? This could be a couple of different things when we have the 8 of Cups in the shadows. One, this could be somebody that has some abandonment issues, right? Where maybe someone else has walked away, or you perceive that they may have given up on something, which could be a bit of a pet peeve. I'm picking that up. Like, a lot of you might be the types where it's like, yeah, I can't stand quitters, or when people quit or give up. It's kind of giving off that energy. So take it for what it's worth. But the 8 of Cups to me could also be some of you saying, you know what? There might be something where they're going to have to eat my dust, right? Like, I'm going to have to kick up the dust and screech the tires. Because there could be certain things in life where you're considering like, okay, I need some separation here. I need some space, and it's showing up. So I feel like those are the main things, either something you're wanting to walk away from, or it could just be deep-seated abandonment issues that Spirit might want you to take a look at in this time. So Capricorn, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details, the December subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the November subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced after this week's Fire and Air readings. But for December, I'll be giving away 3 copies of the beautiful Tarot of the Owls. It's one of my favorite new decks out there, and it's really enjoyable to work with. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, what do you think tarot is best used for? Is it for looking at love situations, the past, the future, energy checks? Whatever it is, you drop your answer down in the comments below. And as always, the winners will be announced at random at the end of December. My friends, as always, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.